I also did another experiment, which is relatively famous as well, and is inspired by a famous experiment done in animals, and that's the Pavlovian dog.
Oh, sure.
And, yeah, so Pavlov ringing the bell, and the dog learning that the bell comes before dinner, and so every time Pavlov ring the bell, the dog is like, oh, dinner is coming.
Salivates. Yep.
That's right. Yep. And he starts salivating even before dinner is even in the scene.
Just because of the bell. Okay, it associates the bell with food and as a physiological response.
Precisely, yeah. So I set up the same kind of experiment where instead of the dog, I had pea plants. Yeah. And they are able to do the same trick.
Come on. Wait, what?
Yeah.
What happened?
So they're able to, like, for dinner, of course, for a plant, dinner is light. So I had blue light, and instead of a bell, which I did try, but I wasn't able to regulate that enough, to control it enough. So
the pitch and the tone and all, you have to get that sound exactly the same every time.
It was just too much. So I used a different cue, but the concept is the same. So I used a little fan that would blow hair. And so of course we tested the fan on its own, doesn't do anything. The plant doesn't care. So then you put the fan always coming before the dinner, before light, just the same as with Pavlov the dog. It's like, before the dinner, you ring the bell. Before the light, the dinner for the plants, you have the fan on. And so these are tiny little fans, and the plant was in a maze. And so I would move the fan and the light, depending in different ways, so that it was unpredictable. And the plants will have to, if the plants was able to learn and associate like the dog does, it would have to be able to go to the fan, expecting the light to come from that direction. And
so move toward the fan, looking for the light. Okay.
That's right. And they of course they're able to do that. And
that's what happened.
Yeah, and I also did the opposite. I taught the plant basically the fan is actually it does tell you that in terms of a sequence, it does tell you that the light is coming afterwards, but the light is not going to come from this direction where the fan is. It's going to come from the opposite direction where the fan is. So which is a bit more complex, because it's like you have to associate, fan and light are connected, but they're connected in a different way. And this time the connection is like they are in opposite physical direction instead of being paired together. And the plants were like, yeah, we got this. Yeah.
You didn't trick them.
No.
That is so, so, so cool.